Gasoline, the second album. I've been loving the album so far. Part 1 included Bound, Villain, and Bird. Part 2 included Guilty Pleasure, Go, and I Can't Sleep. This part is going to include Ain't Gonna Dance, Another Life, and Delight. This album is just turning out to be an interesting experience for me, because I feel like each song is very cinematic in a way, to where like I feel like he's music, I don't know if it's the music or again how my brain works, but I feel like I can see exactly what he wants me to see with each song. And honestly, I really feel like they should have had every single song should have had a music video to it of some kind, because I feel like that's the only way it would get justice. But yeah, and it could definitely just be my brain and how sometimes when I listen to songs, I see like a situation where the song could be playing like a movie, or like how it could be incorporated into a movie or a music video for it. But I'm excited to be checking this out. Ain't Gonna Dance, Bestie. If there's one thing I'm gonna do, we gotta dance. And there can be probably inaccuracies with the videos that I check out, with sometimes with translations and stuff, but I like to do the color-coded lyric videos so that way I have something to look at and you do too as well. So, and we can follow along together. So let's get Ain't Gonna Dance. I'm checking song credits real quick. It seems like I'm not interested in you towards me at a disengage. Mood that seems to cut even the breath, a short gap that passed by as if you were deflecting me. Can you stop having such good songs? I ain't gonna dance for you. Your gaze towards me is a distant sight. You're getting closer to me little by little. What is he doing? And again, it's also, I think, some of the songwriting it feels very cinematic. Like there's sometimes with words you can see what's happening, like the distant gaze, like looking at them approaching slowly, like you can see that happening. And I think that plays into the cinematic way the songs make me feel. See, I don't know. This feeling that seems to overflow. I have a feeling that everything is about to pour out. Come on, Key. And almost in a way feels like it's like you're first meeting somebody, the way the song starts out, but like with the chorus and stuff, I think it's just like that he's not gonna beg. I'm not gonna beg for your loving. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go through all these jump hurdles, run miles for your love if you like come on, you know what I mean? I really loved it. I thought it was great. It's a wonderful song. It's so fascinating. I love, again, this sort of retro-ish type of sound this whole album is having, and again, I feel like the album art definitely proves it. But yeah, that was a great song. That was really fun. I loved it. The beat drop, amazing, immaculate, so great. He's just, I feel like I'm on a journey. I'm in Key's world, and we're just living in it. Like, again, like, I don't know what's so interesting about the album that makes me, like, see so much or see what could possibly be happening. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like, especially for first listens, I'm so laser focused a little bit more on the lyrics, what's happening with the song, the structure of it, if it goes crazy. But there's just something so interesting about this album that makes me want to like see it. That sounds weird, but like see like a movie or like episodes or like a bunch of short films for each one of these songs. Like it's so fascinating to me because I feel like it's never really happened where I've wanted that for a whole album. Most of the times it's songs like here and there or whatever, but like I feel like he wants me to see something, you know what I mean? And Bessie, I'm looking, I'm trying to see. But yeah, but that song was really good. We're gonna be checking out Another Life. I've already listened to it because I reacted to the video they put out for this, but it got blocked, so I just decided to throw this in here so we can, so you can hear what I think about it, I guess, since it got blocked.
Levels, fighting battles, I want you back in my life. Shadows.
But he really knows how to use that 80s sound. He uses it so well. And it's not even a trend anymore. Like, nobody's really even doing it. He is. Like, and you never really get SM albums. They're either with the trend, setting the trend. They're not after the trend dies out and still releasing greatness. And that's not their thing. You know what I mean? Atlantis. Let me pull up my Atlantis album. Don't make me key because I will. I don't even know if I got a key photo card. I got like a bunch of Tamens. And even having seen the video that they did for this, I feel like I'm still seeing something so different in my head.
When the bass goes boom, lighting we flash, opposite moods. But you like it like that in the rumble. With a full up, full speed, hit the thunder. Feel the heat, when you move, from your feet.
But I kind of like that this was not, that this album's coming out when it is. Because I feel like it would have gotten lost if it was coming out when everybody was doing those retro 80s concepts. But now it's like, I feel like it's having its time to shine. Like, it's like I'm getting a rocket ship takeoff going to a different planet. And like, Meet Me in Another Life, like that's such like a statement.
Many miles to go to reach the stars. Oh, it's linear. I will chase the light to where you are.
I will chase life to where you are. If he's not willing to go to another life for you, or chase life after life to get to you, he ain't the one. He ain't the one. He is the one. This song is so good. Like, it's so amazing. And again, I've like saw the visuals that they did with the video itself, but like listening to the song again and without having those and the choreography and the really futuristic artsy type of thing that they did, I feel like I'm seeing something different, and that's never the case really with me, because if I see a song that has like a music video, I think of the music video. I don't think of different visuals in my head. But again, we're in Key's world. We are in Key's world, and he's gonna make me see what I want to see. But yes, the song is so amazing. I love it. He knows what to do with a retro sound, with an 80s sound, and I like that it's coming out now again, because I feel like it would have gotten lost if it came out with when all the trends were happening with the 80s and the retro stuff. Like, it wouldn't have the impact it did, and kind of Bad Love was kind of a part of that, you know what I mean? But it's just so interesting how much it is standing out even after getting all those concepts. Like, the way these songs are being made, it's so interesting. Like, it is so different than, and so that's the thing. It's just like, sometimes when you think you heard it all, you have it. And because Keith dropped an album, so we're gonna check out the last song, Delight. Since I already have videos for Gasoline and Proud, I did not decide to throw those in my first listen. But yeah, let's check out Delight. We are at the end of our journey. A ballad. Just kidding. Key, I will go with you anywhere, to the ends of this earth. Love will save. I'm tired of this already. Stop making so good songs. La Puta. I haven't seen La Puta in a song since DPR Live. The song is very delightful. Unknown energy only with you. I mean, that's fact. Sometimes there's just the lyrics, the way they describe this relationship or this scenario is just so beautiful. I don't even know what La Puta is. For a moment, you are under the falling stars that exist. I hold you in my arms. If he does not say you were like heaven, he is not the one. Moonlight Sonata? Tequila Under the Sunset. Shine sweetly and drunkenly. That was so good. That was so good. This was an amazing album. So I'm still fascinated by it. I'm still very fascinated. And I like how Proud, even though I'm not talking about it, we're not checking it out right now, how it's the last song. Like, to end an album with the song saying, like, I'm proud of myself, proud of where I am. You know what I mean? Like, that is so interesting, because I feel like I look at albums in a lot of interesting ways. It's, first of all, like, each song individually, and how an album flows from the first song to the last song. I feel like it's all very important. Like, you just can't be throwing random songs in random places. Like, and it's so interesting, the journey I felt like he took me on. You know what I mean? It's so, the world we went in, it felt like a hero's journey. Like, it's so the song is just so, I feel like almost incomparable to everything I've checked out this year, everything I've ever checked out, even anything Key or anything Shiny or just anything in general. Like, I've done a handful of first listens, a little bit, so it's so, and checking out even albums on my own, like, it's just so unique and so different sounding to, I feel like, anything I've ever heard, that I'm just, it feels like it's incomparable to everything, even stuff that could be ever slightly so similar. Like, it's such on a whole other level, and it's so fascinating to me. Like, again, I feel like each song needs visuals with it, you know what I mean? And they kind of did a lot. They did drop a lot for this. There's a lot of dance practices, there's a lot of videos that led up to this, but like that, it's just, I'm so fascinated and blown away by what he did with this album, with every single song, how every single, just, and each, the retro sound, what he does with the song structures, it's just, I'm fascinated, I'm blown away. I don't even know if I have words to describe it. Like, I feel like it's also very avant-garde. Like, this is probably very ahead of its time, this album, like that. It's just like, it's ahead. Like, it could be a red herring, even though that's more like a warning for like what's to come. I guess that it would be a red herring for like what we can definitely see in the future in terms of music, but because it just feels so I think avant-garde is the right way to say it. And it's so interesting that, like, the 80s and the retro sound, because that feels like that concept has like almost essentially died out completely, with exceptions here and there. So to get something that feels very ahead of its time, probably, with something for that came from a trend that isn't really happening right now in K-pop, but like, wow, I feel like music needed this in general. Like, I feel like K-pop, we always have so much with it, and I feel like maybe this was needed a little bit, but I feel like more in just music overall, in terms of just like everything that you hear, because I feel like nowadays with the rock coming back and everything, a lot of what we're listening to is not necessarily newer music, but older music that we listened to when we were younger. And then when everyone is in that emo phase, it's not a phase. And just, I feel like what pop is like, right? I don't even know, because I don't even keep up. I can barely keep up with this. I'm like a month or two behind in my reaction, so I'm not even up to date with this. But like, I feel like it's what music needed. Like, we needed something like this for Key, and I feel like pop in general would need it. And there's kind of a very Western feeling sound to a lot of SM stuff, especially within the last year or so, that sound just like straight up Western American pop music. And I feel like Key could definitely bridge that gap with the music itself. Like, sometimes it's very artists that have that appeal, you know what I mean? Or it's certain songs that have that appeal, but I feel like it's this whole album, and I feel like Key could do that with music if he was given the opportunity, you know what I mean? If he was, well, because it's not only necessarily having the money, the budget to do everything, the promotions to do everything, but it's also the reception from the West. And I feel like America's would not even be ready for a Key, would not even know what to do with Key, could not even handle Key. That's the unfortunate part about it, you know what I mean? Because it's like, there's this gap with BTS going on hiatus. They're not going on hiatus, but you know what I mean, with them having to go into the military service. So, but it feels like there's that the Western American media is not looking for a group to fill that gap, you know what I mean, that it's just a hole, you know what I mean? So, and I feel like companies are like scrambling these days to like try and be that group or that artist that can fill that gap, but it has to happen so organically. Like, you can't make Fetch happen, Gretchen, you know what I mean? So, but like, I feel like this album could do it if Key got more hype, the hype that this man deserves, because what this album did was just so impactful, you know what I mean, for me. And again, I don't know if it's just a lot of things sometimes it's about your mindset when you experience something. So it could be my mindset right now that I really needed this. I needed an album like this. I just needed it. You know what I mean? Maybe as an escape, and maybe that's why I feel like I need an escape. Like, so that's why I feel like I'm singing so much. It's because I'm trying to escape life right now. just because, I don't know, just stuff is, it's getting stressful again. I'm gonna start working again, so we're gonna end up more behind. I don't know when I'm gonna give out my top 20 at the end of the year videos. It's gonna be probably in July of next year, because I'm working, which is like, it's with work, it's like the perfect gig for the time of year right now. Like, it's gonna take me over winter because everything, my industry slows down in the winter, so it's like literally the most perfect sort of thing. But I'm just like, it's coming with a lot more stress. So like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I need the escapism, and Key brought me that escapism, you know. And sometimes life is so interesting and funny how well some stuff gets planned. Like, I feel like like with this album, when I checked out CIX, I feel like those that I checked them out at the perfect time, where I was that day, where I was with my mindset. Like, it feels like it's like falling into place a little too well, because I feel like a lot within the last, I don't know, 2-3 months of my life, I feel like everything's falling way too conveniently into place, and I'm just like, I don't like this. Not with this channel, not with my reactions, but like the timing of me checking out certain albums or musics or comebacks or songs, and like with my personal life and work and stuff like that, like it's way too convenient for me, and I do not like it, because my life does not even go that way. Even when I feel like everything's going right, it's never this convenient. So I don't know what's happening to me personally, but I don't like it. And I should just be more accepting and embrace it a little more, but if I feel like I do, it's gonna go way faster. So like, I feel like I have to be skeptical about what's happening in my life, and I'm just like, okay, when is it all gonna come crashing down? Because it will. Because what goes up must come down. And I feel like I'm coasting at the height right now, and it's just gonna plummet to the ground. But at least I have Key's Gasoline, the second album, to listen to. But yeah, and it's just, I'm so fascinated by this because of how cinematic, like, again, and I don't know if it's the lyrics and the storytelling with that, if it's the song structure itself, if there's something that is taking a cinematic world to it, and I feel like it is very, very intentional, because you look at the album art, the promotional pictures that were leading up to the comeback, not necessarily like not Gasoline, but like everything else, that it has a very, you know, like that could be a movie poster, you know what I mean? It's way cooler, it's way too cool to be a movie poster, but like that, what it symbolizes, a mad scientist. Key is a mad scientist with this whole album, with his concepts, with everything, but like how it takes on that approach with it, I feel like the songs are very, very intentionally written the way that they are to fit that concept, because so much of K-pop is planned that it's not just a coincidence, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it is super duper intentional, and I feel like it was wonderful, because I feel like I've never had such an album that makes me want to see so much more. Like, that I kind of wish each song had a music video for it, a short film, 10, 15, 20 minute length, the music videos for each song, short films for each song, so that we can truly bask in everything that Key has given us with this album. Because wow, was this like so masterful, so good, and just so kind of like fascinating. And again, I feel like this is very much ahead of its time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't and I think that's why it's also hard to just like wrap my head around everything and comprehend it all, is because this is so, it's avant-garde in a way, and sometimes you don't really even know avant-garde when you're in the moment until you look back, and then you're just like, oh no, this perfectly would have fit if this was released that much later, but you're so happy that it got released when it did. So yes, I absolutely love this album. I think it's amazing. It is definitely the most fascinating and interesting one I think I've checked out so far, and that in terms of my first listens that I've done, and I've just kind of done ones that I felt like have been very, very standard for me, but Key, my lord, Key is doing something so interesting and fascinating, and I feel like he's not done. Like, he's just getting started, you know what I mean? And I feel like people are just like, Taemin, because he's SM and he's Taemin, like, Bessie, we get it, but I feel like he also needs to have the same amount of appreciation for, and people do kind of sleep with Taemin just a little bit. Like, if you know, you're in the know, but if you don't know, then you're not in the know. So I feel like Key I feel he needs a lot more appreciation so he can get more money for his comeback, so then we could get music videos for every single B-side. It's never gonna happen because no SM artist has ever done it, but a girl can dream. a girl can dream, a girl can hope. But yes, I thought it was, I'm just so fascinated by this, and I'm fascinated. Go to your thoughts in the comments down below what you thought about Keys, Gasoline, the second album, everything about the album, or these 3 songs, or whatever. Your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, description down below, or at the end screen, share this video to your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
My style, my ego 뜨거워진 gasoline 처럼 달려 이제 걸어